Hey yo, it's me again, coming back like I never left with another video. Definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you can see when my videos are coming out. I wanted to talk about this situation with Bronny James, LeBron James' son, and a lot of people are criticizing Bronny James for going to the prom. Now, big high profile people are saying stuff. Twitter is on fire right now because he went with a white woman. Well, I'm not going to disclose her name at this point or ever, because these are minors. But a lot of people are mad because he went out there and he went with a white woman. Now, I do want to ask the question, is this racist when a black person or a black group, black people say that you can't date a white woman or any other woman, you have to date black? Is that racist? Wouldn't that be interesting if a Asian man said this, or another culture, or even white people said that? So I just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, Umar Johnson went to Twitter and said, "You're out of here for letting Bronny take a snow bunny to the prom." Did Savannah sign off on this mess too? Dr. Umar will be in LA this weekend. Y'all need to sit down. The thing about Umar Johnson is he been marking himself. I call him the whack 100 of the conscious community. Again, whack 100 of the conscious community. You know how Umar always repeat things twice or maybe 3 times. He right now is able to stay in the media. He don't have the school out, and he's continued to get money, with his controversial comments, because people are really paying attention to this guy saying. Now, in the past, he had his issues where he was getting donations for his school, but then he was doing questionable things because he has a situation in regards to the women. He lost a lot of money from investors that was in the NBA because he was messing with strippers, and as you can see, he's still doing that.
It did kind of throw me a little bit because I wasn't familiar with that, and I had never dated a sister who was into that profession.
He's messing with the women who are, shall I say, donating to school, and he keep talking about people who basically they don't know how to raise their children. He's acting like, what shall I say, someone in the pulpit, and he's basically screwing his congregation. That's what he's doing. But I digress. Now, when it comes to LeBron James, people need to understand that LeBron James grew up differently than Bronny. And a lot of times what we do is, if we grow up hard in bad situations, you become tough. And tough people create good times. But once you have those good times, that create weak people. And then here we are. Now, I'm not saying Bronny's weak, but you have to say he's been eating caviar and Taco Tuesdays when LeBron James grew up on ramen noodles.
Pretty down night right now. Psych! Cause it's Taco Tuesday! What is it, Z? Taco Tuesday! Bryce, what is it?
So it's a different era, it's a different time. LeBron James was living in the projects with his mother, going home to home, and he created an opportunity for himself. And many others couldn't have been LeBron James, 6'8", strong, but they didn't have the work ethic and people around him to have the success that he's having. Potentially might be a billionaire basketball player. This is the first that ever happened in history. Now, Bronny goes to the school so Bronny's been in the best schools, where I believe he goes to Sierra Canyon School. And imagine that's $40,000 a year to attend this school. So you have to see how many black people, or let alone black women, are going to this school. So he's around white people, a lot of people who's probably your future congressmen, doctors, and lawyers. And it's the same situation when you're dealing with Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice is a basketball player. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but a really good player, champion with the Lakers. And in college, he was dating Sarah Palin. Now, you think that's odd, but he went to a prestigious school, Michigan, and he had the opportunity to meet someone like that. Now, when I look at it, it's different. It's a different upbringing, you know? And for Umar Johnson to criticize someone for dating a white woman, where you're naming your school Frederick Douglass, which Frederick Douglass actually married a white woman before he passed away. Now, this is something that Umar talked about. He said that black people should not marry white women because the wealth of the black man will go to the white family. Well, that's what Frederick Douglass did, and you're naming your school after him, but I digress. And Umar had the nerve to even criticize LeBron James' school, which it is a public school, and Umar's right about he don't have power over this school, but yet Umar still don't have his school. Now, Mike Tyson is interesting because, like I said, Umar continues to stay in the news, and he stated he wanted to fight Mike Tyson at one point. Then he goes after people who's hot. So I call him a conscious battle rapper. That's basically what he does, and it's very interesting, to say the least. But you know, in my opinion, let Bronny do whatever he wants. This is a whole different time, and we should not be criticizing 17-year-olds. If you're over 30 and you're grown, you should not be looking at the tabloids trying to figure out what Bronny's doing. And that's what happens when you dealing with the black community. When you're dealing with the African American community, they feel like that they can dictate what you want to do. I mean, or what you should do with your life and your kid's life. My question is to you in the public is there a certain point where we back off of people who's doing stuff for the community? Apparently, LeBron James, he never really sacrificed his career, but he did a lot for the black community, and we're still criticizing him and what he does. Now, I don't have a problem so much with him raising his kids. Now, if Bronny came out in a dress like his best friend Dwayne Wade's son, and he supported that, then I would have an issue with that. But I don't see that right now, and it is what it is. They're kids. What all these people who criticizing LeBron James, all these women, it's interesting because half of these women wouldn't give black men the time of day. Now, when I was coming up in college, I saw a lot of people trying to get with black men, trying to get with these black women, but they were only chasing athletes, entertainers, and fraternity guys. And once they stop getting play, the men, and they start looking at women in other ethnic groups like white women, then all of a sudden these girls have something to say. Now, half the time they don't even want you, but they want to complain. They're not giving you a shot. So that's that. Now, why ain't they using the same energy to the BLM group, where these owners and founders of the BLM are using their funds buying $1 million homes with the money that most people gave them, and you're not dictating where that money should go. So anyway, it's trending right now. What do you guys think about Bronny dating a white woman, taking her to the prom? Leave a message below, and I'll see you on the next video.